After serving 10 years in prison, the man was finally released. Walking out of the prison gates, he realized none of his family members were there to greet him. This made him furious. He silently vowed to teach them a lesson when he returned home. Upon arriving home, the man saw the family celebrating his adopted son's birthday. His father had gifted the adopted son a villa and a luxury car, and his fiancée had given him a limited edition watch. When the adopted son saw the man at the door, he purposely kissed the fiancée in front of him. This caused the man's anger to explode instantly. As he entered the house, he was slapped hard by his father. Immediately, his father grabbed a whip to strike him, but the man was no longer weak. For the first time, he resisted his father, snatching the whip away. It turned out, 10 years ago, the adopted son had set up an underground casino. It was eventually reported and shut down. The family didn't want the adopted son to go to jail, so they tried to make the man take the blame for him. The man refused. In anger, his mother smashed a bottle over his head, forcing him to press his handprint on a confession. Thus, the man was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the adopted son. Now, out of prison, he was determined to make this family pay the price. The adopted son pretended to apologize to the man. Kneeling in front of him, the man coldly told him to stop pretending. The fiancée also urged him to let go of the past. The man looked at the couple and sarcastically questioned the fiancée. Her promise to wait for him to get out of prison. Yet here she was, entangled with the adopted son. It was laughable. The fiancée claimed she still remembered their marriage vow, but her actions clearly showed that only the adopted son occupied her heart. The man no longer cared about any of it. All he wanted was revenge. The adopted son pretended again, saying the man should release his anger. The man wasn't polite. He grabbed a wine bottle from the table and smashed it over the adopted son's head. The adopted son collapsed to the ground. In front of the stunned family, the man took back the house, car, and watch the family had given to the adopted son. He declared he would return for more, telling them to wait. The real show was just beginning. With that, he walked away coolly. The man drove the luxury car his father had gifted the adopted son, speeding down the road, feeling a sense of freedom he'd never experienced before. At that moment, he felt a sense of liberation he'd never known. Next, the man went to find his good brother, who had grown up with him in the orphanage, but he found the walls of his brother's house covered in debt. Panicking, the man rushed inside to find his good brother attempting to commit suicide. Fortunately, the man arrived just in time to stop the tragedy. After learning the cause, the good brother had gambled away millions in high-interest loans. Even his younger sister had been sold off to pay the debt. The man, enraged, beat his good brother, but the damage was done. No matter how angry he got, it couldn't change the past. The man decided to take his good brother to the casino to redeem his sister, because in prison, he had met a master of cheating. The master had seen the man's extraordinary bone structure and decided to teach him the art of cheating so that he could use it to counter gambling after he was released. Soon, the man and his good brother arrived at the casino. The man initially planned to use his house to redeem his sister, but the casino owner refused. She said according to the casino rules, only by winning the gambling games on the table could one redeem someone. The man was dissatisfied and decided to teach her a lesson. Since he had no money, he exchanged the adopted son's limited edition watch for chips. Everyone was shocked. This limited edition watch was worth $2